baby, baby. When we first met, I never felt something so strong. You were like my lover and my best friend, all wrapped in one with a ribbon on it. And all of a sudden, when there, I didn't know how to follow. It's like a shot.
Guys, this is D2BD Blog Talk Radio. You guys are live here with Layla and Humanoid_Savage. And our topic tonight on tonight's show is STDs and AIDS amongst the youth. So take it on, Humanoid.
Okay, well, did you know that if women who have been having sex since they were like 11, 12, 13, 14, or STD around that age, and now that they're 19, 20, 21, 22, if they've never been tested for an STD or an AIDS or anything like that, did you know that there's a strong possibility that they can never have kids?
Oh, the thing is, most young being treated, they can cause you to not be able to have kids, and
yes, so it's just to throw something out there. It's just like, how would you feel like once you you get settled down, you're about to get married, and you want to start having kids? How are you going to explain that to your husband? That that you were irresponsible as a teen and you caught an STD, you didn't do the things that you needed to do, and you can't bear a child. You guys have to adopt, I guess.
Yeah, I was thinking that's the next thing to do is adopt, or something. Wow.
So that's just something to throw out to people.
Something to throw out there.
But
have
a
like
second
young people,
side.
There's the thing about young people. Young people don't think about the future, though. Young people, they think for now. They think for, like, today and tomorrow and the rest of the week, and that's it, So we definitely want to get more young people to think about their future, think about their life, have a 5-year plan, have a 10-year plan, Don't think for the moment. You can live for the moment, but don't think for the moment, Have longevity goals. Yeah,
you can live for the moment, but be wise of what you're doing at that moment.
But don't think for the moment. Like, you can live in the moment physically, but thinking-wise, you have to be already thinking about your next move, So you can live in the moment, but don't think in the moment, So,
well, and I also want to throw something out there, that there is free AIDS, STDs testing, and it's almost in everybody's area. It's not just like one single area. Basically, all you really have to do is just this easy. Just Google search it just put your zip code in there and just put like free AIDS testing and then put your zip code. And I think like within the yellow pages or something of that nature will pop up, and it will give you the address, the phone number to call them. It's usually in health clinics or something called a Planned Parenthood clinic. Just to throw something out that there is free AIDS testing. And, that's just something to throw out just so people, they can think about. It's free.
People can go for free. People just don't want to go because people are embarrassed. People are not thinking that that's their life, that's their health, that's your future, that's your body. So, I would, I used to go get tested a lot, I used to get tested a lot. When I was very, very sexually active, I used to get tested like pretty much every 3 months, and they got sick of seeing me, Yeah, but like it was free. It was free, and I took advantage of that. I would go and I would try to get some of my friends. Yeah, I would try to get some of my friends like, come on, guys, let's all go, and then I'll always be the only one going. I'm like, what's the big deal, guys? Like, let's all go, but I would always be the only one going. So.
That's good that you would do that. Like, you just don't follow your friends. Just be like, oh, well, my friends are not going to do it. Well, I guess I'm not going to do it either. No. What you need to do is think about yourself, think about you, because it's your body. You do what you want. I mean, here's another thing. Like, if you can go out and spend money on get the hottest clothes, the hottest hairstyle, a gym membership, they have your body nice and fit, look real good, the hottest kicks, all of that, but you can't do something that will help benefit your life for the future that is priceless, really. Like, You have free AIDS testing. Like, you could spend all this money on appearance, but you can't take care of your inside. Like, I just don't see the logic. I mean, I just can't. I guess people are just too embarrassed, you know?
You're right. But see, the thing is, when you're in a relationship and you're dating a guy that you like, you trust that guy. You trust that he's only going to be involved with you, you know? So chances are you guys are not going to be using protection, you know? And then problem is when somebody cheats, you know, and they're not using protection with the next person, that's something you can't guarantee. And that's the big issue among young people. You can't guarantee that you know, it's like if they're gonna cheat, at least have the audacity to use a condom, you know. At least, you know.
Yeah. So let me throw this out. Like, as you said, like if you're having sex with your man or whatever, think about it this way: if he could possibly be cheating without a condom, just think of him having sex with two other people. And then those two people that he's having sex with could probably be having sex with two more other people.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's like having sex with like 6 different people, like right there, just with one, you know, organism, which is his penis, yes. And that's like having sex with like 6 different people, and really that's how STDs get spread, because you're having sex with like 6 people at the same time. You know, and they're like all exchanging body, you know,
body fluid.
So, yes, even out of 19 million reports of HIV and AIDS between the ages of 13 to 24, African Americans are 55% of reported HIV. Like 55 lives.
I've known that American have the most leading in AIDS, like. Literally.
And just to point something else out of African Americans, they are 12% of the U.S. population is African Americans, but 55% of the U.S. reported HIV is 55% of African Americans. That's a lot between the ages of just 13 through 24. That doesn't include 25, you know, all the way to...
You said 12% of the people, 12% of the USA population is African Americans?
Yes, and 55% of reported HIV and AIDS are of African Americans between the ages of 13 and 24. 1 out of 5 adults in the U.S. has had an STD or has it right now. 1 out of 5 adults in the U.S. has had or has an STD. Like, mind-boggling. That's a lot.
These are facts that
and STDs, that means, like, you know, chlamydia, gonorrhea, herpes. It covers the whole STDs, not just AIDS or HIV, just to clear that up.
I can only imagine the people that actually work in the hospitals and work with the STD department and stuff. I could just imagine how they are they are probably like shaking their head, like if these young people only knew what is out here, you know, what's going on, the facts. You know, because every time I would go get tested, I would have the person that's testing me would like go on and on and on and on and on about all these different facts and how young people are so careless, and it's just like wow. You know?
Less than half of the population of Americans who are of age of 18 through 44 have never even been tested for AIDS.
Wow. I've been tested so many times, poked with that needle. It's so uncomfortable.
Less than half the
people
American
have never
population.
Been tested. I'm surprised.
Between the ages of 18 and 44. Even I've been tested. I've had free testing before.
It's free, ladies and gentlemen. It's free. You know,
I mean, you can pay for it, but I mean, if you want to, just go to your doctor.
For those of you people, for those who have pride, who have dignity, who are very cautious and don't want to be seen going to clinics to get tested, go get a private go to a private doctor. Pay like $500 or something to go get checked by the doctor. It's not gonna hurt.
You're 1 out of 4 teens has came in contact with an STD.
That's very realistic.
Like looking up these facts, I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, why is the youth nowadays, why are they so quick to have sex? Like, go read a book, go do some education, at least try to find a job or do something productive, like volunteering, maybe at a homeless shelter or animal shelter.
I love volunteering, so bad. That's exactly what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start volunteering. They got the Helping Hand mission here, and they're going to be doing some kind of projects coming up in November the 18th. I'm actually going to look it up and see what they got going on. I'm definitely going to go out there and volunteer. I'm super happy about it.
Good.
I'm bringing my camera because I will be taking pictures, and you guys are going to get to see them because we're going to put them on air. And I think we need to have a song when we put those pictures on there. Yeah.
33.3 million people in 2009 have been diagnosed with HIV worldwide. That's just in 2009. But 2.6 million people are newly infected with HIV. 33.3 million is way higher now because that was in 2009 33.
It's just, it makes you it gives you goosebumps because you get so afraid, so paranoid, and you start thinking, so many thoughts running through your head. It's crazy. Cameron's Minaj tweeted. He said that he agrees. He said, I agree. Men don't respect women as much as they should. When it comes to sexuality intercourse, it's sick. Yeah, and I think men need to step it up. Seriously, because women are followers. Seriously, women follow what men do. I kind of very different from us women, and y'all tend to care less. We tend to care more. So,
as the story that I told you about the girl I used to be friends with, there's actually women that are out there that are just like, the men that you're talking about. So it's not just the men. I mean, there's some women out there, too.
Yeah, but for those women to actually be like men that had to have either been very hurt by a man, very, very disrespected by a man, very belittled by a man to the point where they decided they're just going to be just like a man. But in actuality, they are not a man, for one. And for two, they're actually ruining their bodies because our bodies are more fragile than men's bodies. We have to do a lot more to take care of our bodies than you men.
Yes, that's actually true.
So it's like they are acting like men, behaving like men. In their mind, they've created this wall, and they've told themselves that, I'm going to think like a man and be like a man. No, that's the number one mess up.
There is something that I saw online, but I don't know if it's true. But I saw online that a woman over 40 has to work out at least an hour a day just to maintain their weight. That's just something to throw out there. That's something different from men. So that kind of shows you women have to do extra stuff to keep up, their body than men do.
Because the thing is, a woman's body needs to be active. It needs to be moving. Certain things in our body need to be moving, need to be working because that's just how God made us women. So, absolutely.
But in reality, something to contradict that, I think women are stronger than men, and because they're the ones who give birth. I mean, come on now. There's
mentally strong. Men are physically strong. Because when it comes down to it, we can stand for a lot of stuff. Mentally, we can take a lot of beating. We can. And physically, we have no strength. But, the balance when the man just wants to be selfish and physical and tries to be mental and screws up at being mental. And,
not every man's like that, though.
No, not every man, but the majority rules,
Young. The new generation, men are like that. But I think, our parents, most of our parents, now, I don't think they are like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's a new generation that people are, like men are doing this.
A new generation, because this has been going on since before generations, since.
First, that's what I was trying to say.
It's like, it's just history repeating itself on a very, very high capacity scale, so